Hello everyone and welcome to Teaching Math Through Computer Science. This is our fourth video in the mini-series. In the last video, we opened up our original template and wrote a small script to demonstrate translations in the Scratch environment. Today we're going to open up that same template from video 1 and learn rotations in the Scratch environment. So here's our template open again, starting with SPR shape with our original coordinate system set up here in our stage. So when we're talking about rotations, we can do this through the editor, just like in video 2, but I'm going to go ahead and do that in script just to show a few different things. So we start with our shape, and we're going to go ahead and write a script for this that says when the green flag is clicked, repeat a certain number of times. Now I want a full 360 degrees rotation. 12 goes into that number really well. So 360 divided by 12 is 30. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead, go to my motion tab, and I will say I want to rotate either clockwise or counterclockwise, your call, by a certain number of degrees. I said 360 degrees rotation divided by 12 times means we need 30 degrees each time. So when I click the green flag, it does a full 360 degree rotation, but we can see that it is quite slow. So we might want to go ahead and put a slight wait in our command. So when the green flag is clicked, for 12 times do 1, 2 different statements. And that's going to be to turn 30 degrees and wait. So this actually takes 12 seconds now to go through this full rotation. Might be a little bit slow for a demonstration, so maybe I'll speed that up to just a half second. And a little bit faster, so that's nice. So just to help the students visualize this, we can go ahead and start with stamping out our original image, and then we can see where we started and what that rotation actually looks like. Now it's really important that when we're doing this, we understand a couple of different things in the Scratch environment. So we can see that right here, if I go over to Scripts, Costume, Sounds, there's also right above this the property. It shows the current X and Y position of our sprite, and that's always the center point of the sprite. And it also shows 3 different options here, which is can rotate, only face left and right, and don't rotate at all. This is really important to have the rotation piece on when teaching rotation. If you only do left and right, and I run this green script again, there we go. And if I say don't rotate at all, so that it's always facing the same direction, even though I'm going through that rotation sequence, we can see the white outline here. We can see that same process that we had before, and nothing's showing. So make sure that we have the can rotate option on. That'll show us where we're rotating. And the other part is this whole XY piece is always from the center. So if I go into the costume and I click edit, and I change the costume center away from the red dots to maybe one of the corners, I will now rotate along this point. So imagine if you take a pen or a pencil and put it on a piece of paper. If you hold that paper down and you rotate it along a center point, that's exactly what's happening here in our stage. So I click OK, and I rotate again from our stamp position. And if I change the center point one more time, so that's edit, set costume center to the tip of the arrow, for example, I should be rotating along the tip of the arrow. So that is reflections in the Scratch environment. Sorry, rotations in the Scratch environment.